You know what? I don't want to touch it because I'm gonna mess up the sound. I think.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You know what? I don't want to touch it because I'm gonna mess up the sound. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it because I'm gonna mess.
Okay. So I'm on my phone, so I think maybe it was me. I just turned the phone off or down. I think that fixed it, huh? Maybe that was it.
I think it's fixed. Yeah, I don't. No. No, I prominently hear myself. It must be me then. There must be like some kind of playback. Do I have time for me to switch out my headset and try something else? Okay, I might try to do that. Be right back.
Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock, so we'll be okay. Oh yeah, sorry.
Of course, I'm on the East Coast too, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's dark already for you right now. 7 o'clock.
Yep. My son's going to bed in an hour, and he is all hyped up because last weekend was the big move. Now we're crashed at my father-in-law's house for 3 weeks until the house is ready.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh no, we're in the same town. We just moved from our condo to a house. It was about time for little guy to get a yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as we're waiting, I hope you don't mind me. I was participating in the I know you said you didn't mind on Twitter, but I was doing Q&A at the NAIA seminar on social media presence in anthropology, and I just sort of plugged Archeo Gaming Con while I was there.
Ooh.
I know. I just didn't know. It's like I didn't want to overburden it. And as long as we're doing plugs, I do want to mention my university is hosting an Indigenous History conference for the 400th anniversary of Plymouth.
Oh, nice.
It's an every weekend.
Wow.
It's every weekend. It's every weekend of this month and every weekend until the 22nd of November. Ah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm excited because there's a lot of wonderful archaeologists who are participating. There's Ray Gould from Brown, Paulette Steves is going to be moderating a panel.
Oh, cool.
What is this?
It's an Indigenous History conference at my university in Massachusetts, Bridgewater State. Yeah, Joyce Reed Anderson, who's Mashpee Wampanoag, and Linda Coombs, who's a Quina Wampanoag, helped put it together, and they've done a fantastic job.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Maybe not. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Finding Your Roots on PBS, Skip Gates, one of the things he addresses constantly is that there's this built up oral tradition in many families of every stripe in the United States that they somehow have Native American ancestry when in fact, in most cases, they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, can we see your family's name in the original documents? Can I know what's the name of it?
The Mayflower Compact.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sure. The most interesting thing I ever found out about my family is that my 3 times great-grandfather was murdered in a bar that he owned in New York City in 1867.
Wow.
Wow.
Does that bar still exist?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does?
Oh.
Yes.
Weird. It was weird. I called the South Street Seaport asking for more like genealogy information about him. And they said, "Oh yeah, we actually do a ghost tour about your however many times great grandfather every Halloween."
Whoa, whoa. That is cool.
Goblin Adventures.
Same thing. Same thing.
Welcome to Goblin Town.
In space. In space.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, we have people in chat.
Oh wait.
It's not,
Oh no.
it's like all us, right?
No.
I guess there are other people. Cool.
I didn't even know we were live.
Awesome.
Wait, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
Okay.
true. I didn't think about that. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, this is probably my fault. I think some of these people are some of my followers.
Cool. That's awesome.
I have no idea who this woman is. I'm feeling unloved. Oh no. Sticking around for 25 minutes of pre-stream. No, you're very loved.
Yes, you are loved. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think
Ready.
so. I'm still getting the echoing issue, but I'll just battle through it. That's good. Just
Okay.
me in my head. That's fine. Yeah. This is what I get for missing last time. I'll just take one. I'll just take this. Not really. It's kind of soft now that I switched. But it should be fine. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know.
Then
Bye.
see you.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
All right then. Hello everyone. Welcome to Goblin Town. So we have Gradal the Goblin, Dagmar the Half-Orc, Kathiri the Half-Elf, Half-Human, and Janera the Hobgoblin. So, to recap, right now they are planning a festival for Goblin Town. The festival is going to entail a large bonfire. And the bonfire is going to test the goblins to see if any of them is a bar guest. Now, right now they're going around asking for help and asking questions from different people in town to help prepare for this festival. Last time you talked to Zelix Turd, that was the liaison to the outer refugee camps, a goblin appointee from the Goblin Town Mayor. You also talked to Farmer Brown and Farmer Wormwood, and you're getting Farmer Brown is sending potatoes, and Farmer Wormwood is sending peaches to the festival. Okay. Also, in the orchards of Farmer Wormwood's farm, there were some traces of some strange happenings, large footprints and bite marks on the peaches. That will be investigated later, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Not letting that one go unsolved.
Right.
All right. So, right now I want you. So between the four of you, you can ask me any questions about the recap, or you can continue to ask and explore a little bit more of the town. You can ask 3 more people in preparation for the festival. So, as you remember, time is ticking down. You've had about you will have had about a week to prepare for the festival when we get to it. And you've used up about 2 or 3 days already. So you have about 3 more days of preparation, and to represent those 3 days, you're going to talk to 3 more people. So go ahead and ask away, or make suggestions.
So I believe that we've talked to Farmer Brown and Farmer Wormwood, and we also talked to the grain grinders about fried dough and donuts, yum, for the party. Have we talked to the actual folks at the Bargrivjek shrine yet about actually, well, creating a massive giant bonfire near their sacred temple?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the thing is about that temple. So let's go to this one here. There is a temple here on the map. However, normally when you think of a temple, you think of an institution, and there would be a high priest or some kind taking care of the building. However, in this case, it's a community temple. So it's just whoever comes in and helps maintain it. For the most part, it's older goblins. In some sense, like retired goblins. Mostly older women who come in and maintain it. Add offerings, clean up the offerings, dispose of things, sweep, dust, that kind of thing. Oh. So if you want, you can talk to some of the older goblins to see what they think of, or you can just go to the site itself and supervise any of the goblins that are currently working there.
Do you have a question? Do you have the map of the town pulled up? I'm only seeing the
Oh yeah. Oh sorry.
the
Yeah,
overview.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
cool.
the
There we
same
go.
with me.
yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry.
There we go.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Trying to watch the stream here too. All right. So.
Goblin Cheriatrics. I finally found a place where I belong.
so you can make the choice. You can the goblins who are working on the actual site itself. That would be like the masons, the plumbers, the carpenters, the wheelwrights. They're setting up the area, but you can ask the older goblins, about like fuel for the bonfire, keeping a lookout for things, because they're going to be the sort of ad hoc staff.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I do have a nifty little spell called Create Bonfire that will actually create a 5 foot by 5 foot bonfire at will.
Okay, well, that's awesome. So we can use that at the time of the ceremony then.
And now, is Dagmar
Right.
around for this currently, or is she off
I
being
think
drunk somewhere?
Dagmar is still passed out at the pedo sniffers.
Perfect. All right. It's the
3
kind of
days.
D&D game that I like playing. I'm just gonna stay right here.
I mean, it's been like 2 days, so I guess we probably could go get you.
She drank a lot. Give her a little more time. Let her sleep in a
Oh.
tiny bit more.
She has so many flowers placed everywhere by this point.
Nightmare fuel. Great. That sucks.
Okay, so we can decide this too now, Dagmar. Are you gonna tag along with them in their investigation, or are you gonna go do something else?
I'd
Or-
like to think that she just wakes up and sees everybody all together, congregating, talking together about all of this, and just kind of like goes over them and looms behind them, literally right behind Aetheri or Janira or Gradal, and just going at it like she didn't sleep the last 2 days. Just, I'm here. We're all up now. We're doing this now.
So no questions asked, no judgment.
No.
Dagmar's here now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we might want to keep an eye on her. She should come with us for
Yeah,
investigating.
probably.
She's definitely dusting all the flowers off of her. She's a little bit grouchy.
Definitely
For
need
sure.
to make sure we keep her away from the Goblin Town Mayor.
And the piglet.
She
And
still
the
wants that
piglet.
pig. She still has it for that pig.
Okay. So let me see here. Now, so here's some suggestions if there's anything else you'd like to prepare for the festival. Remember that you can go visit some of the hobgoblins, because the hobgoblins are often guards and soldiers around town. You can go to the human mayor's office to talk about observers. Remember that this is a bit of a test for them to get them off your back. You could talk to, let's see, you could talk to the butchers or the soap makers to see how they're doing, since they were the ones involved in the incident. Or yeah, I think that's about it. Or
Weren't
you could, yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, weren't there some other farmers? I think you had a list. I don't know if we'd spoken with all of them.
I counted it as you basically spoke to all of them.
Okay.
The only one you did not speak to was the rival of the town, or the Goblin Town mayor.
Okay. Well, I guess we got what we needed from over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you guys want to maybe split up to make the most of our time, or do you just want to stick together?
I think we can split up, divide, and conquer.
Well, then I guess I will go talk to the hobgoblins and see if I can recruit some people to serve as security for the festival.
Okay.
I think Dagmar would volunteer herself to go with you because she doesn't want to go and possibly get more flowers on her than
Fair.
anybody else. So
Okay, I'll go to the Bone Munchers and talk about food for the festival.
Okay.
And where's there left for me to go? I could go to the soft hands, the soap makers, and see how they're faring as well.
Okay.
Has anybody talked to the fire boilers about providing beverages?
Oh, no, we should definitely go there.
Okay, let me.
the
Thinking
fire
through this.
boilers, that's the brewers. I could have Dagmar go there instead.
she
There might be an
never come
altercation
back.
there. Yeah, exactly.
There will be nothing left for the festival.
That sounds like a Dagmar thing to do.
Well, you do have very good negotiating skills, so. Okay, so Dagmar, are you gonna? Okay, so. Gradal with the soap makers. Was that a theory with the butchers?
Yes. The
Okay.
theory's going to go back to the Bone Munchers.
Okay, and then Janera's gonna go visit hobgoblins. And Dagmar, are you gonna still go with Janera or with the fire boilers?
I think I'll have her go to the fire boilers.
Okay. Okay. So here
One
we
of
go.
us is gonna die.
um. Oh. Well, none of you are gonna go to the mountain, I guess, to investigate the Sasquatch, but that's okay.
We have more pressing matters.
What? Nothing's more pressing than discovering Bigfoot and going squatching. Come on.
Okay. All right. So, we're gonna do Genera first, then Dagmar, then a theory, then Gradal. Okay. So Genera, for the hobgoblins. Oops. You can either go to the hobgoblin neighborhood, or you can ask some of those guards. If you remember when Dagmar first showed up, there was a few guards at the bank. You could talk to them. You can go to the hobgoblin neighborhood, or you can ask some of the soldiers at the human mayor's or that associated with the human mayor. Many of them are hobgoblins, but most of them live in the hobgoblin neighborhood anyway. So where would you like to go?
I guess I will go talk to the hobgoblin guards first.
Oh, okay, at the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, then so here we go. And I have drawings of them. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, so you're gonna go talk to the hobgoblin guards. Let's see. Okay, so the two guards that work there, or the two head guards of the bank, they're Gobo Pig Iron or Jurl Brass. No vowels in that, just Jurl. Okay. All right. So what do you just saunter up to the bank?
Yes.
Okay, so whistling a tune.
Well, maybe not that jaunty, but sure.
Okay, so you have Gobo and Jurl. They're standing outside the bank, scowling at everybody, trying to look as menacing as possible. Okay. So go ahead and dress them.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Fine.
Great.
What is
So we need security for the festival that's coming up, and I'm trying to recruit some people and thought you guys would be pretty proficient in security skills, so I figured I'd come talk to you first.
They sort of look at each other. Yeah, we're pretty good at guarding. Real good at guarding. Kind of worth a lot of money. He kind of like holds out his hand a little. Uh, pretty valuable guarding.
Well, here's the thing. We don't exactly have very much money to pay you, but you know who my brother is, don't you?
Well, as soon as you say you don't have money, they're like their scowl becomes even more scowly. Like your brother. Well, okay, fine. Who's your brother?
Jesus. You guys don't know?
Look, we're here at the bank all day. We don't chit chat and gossip.
Let's see.
If you'd like, you could try to roll a deception check.
Okay, I don't know how great this is gonna be because I really suck at deception, but let's give it a shot. Okay.
Well, they look at you. So your brother, what? Is he famous? So let me guess, he's famous because he won a spelling bee.
Oh my god.
Trying to think of what would be another good option for me. Like, would I be able to use like history to explain? Or no?
Okay, so yeah. If you'd like, you could try to do history to sort of weave this grand tale of the deeds of your brother, if you'd like. Um. Oh wow. They sort of nod, and that's a pretty good story. They pick their teeth. So, so you got this great brother. So what?
Um, wow. Tough audience here, guys. Well, let's see.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Wait. Gennaro,
Yes.
you're supposed to have a headband of intelligence, aren't you?
It's what is it? It's clairvoyance. Let me hang on. Let me pull up my character sheet and see.
Yeah, like wait a
equipment.
minute.
Oh, headband of intellect.
Yeah. No. No, that means you got an intelligence of 19. That means you got a +4, I think, to your intelligence bonus. You're wearing it, right? Wink, wink, right? Yeah, you are wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that 10 turns into a 12. Okay, so now they're sort of their interest is slightly piqued. Like, okay, you've got this pretty interesting brother. All right, is he coming? Like, so why are you bringing him up?
wouldn't exactly want him to show up.
Oh, it's that kind of brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me rephrase it. Is he coming here? Like a little shiver, like, is he coming here?
Well, as long as you agree to help us, he won't.
Like, wait a minute. Is it just the two of us?
Well,
And
no.
okay.
Is it just the two of them? Wait, hang on. Go ahead, continue. Sorry, I
no,
interrupted.
Like, so Gobo and Jurl are sort of like looking at each other. Just the two of us? You want just the two of us to take on your brother? Like, if he comes?
Well, no. I'm planning on grabbing some more people to help with security. I just came here first.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I guess you can count us in. But we do expect a little bit of pay. What can you pay us with?
I don't remember how much gold we have. I think I have.
Hint. You can also think of other items besides gold.
Oh. Well.
Maybe you should have coordinated with Dagmar for this.
Maybe I should have.
Just to pipe in for a
assume
second,
you did, okay?
I've got my D&D Beyond character up, and I think each of us have got like 34 gold, depending on how much I spent on all that booze for Dagmar episode
Oh
4 last.
god.
Okay, so just to sort of make this a little bit easier, we're going to assume that all four of you conferenced ahead of time about what you were going to do.
Okay.
So right now, if Theory, Dagmar, and Adult want to make a suggestion to Genera, we'll just count it as the conference that you did before you split up.
That sounds good. So
Yeah,
like,
that works.
we offer them all the food and drink at the festival, right? Oh, except they're the guards, so they can't be participating.
I mean, they can enjoy the food. It probably wouldn't be a good idea for them to drink, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. It looks like Dagmar would have had 35 gold because Graynall was paying for the drinks that last time, right? So
Yeah.
could we have pooled all our money together and divided or given some to Genera for this ahead of time? Knowing that the guards were going to be there?
Oh, to hire the guards, yeah, we probably would have figured out how much it would cost.
Yeah, because we dealt with them before, and we know that they like
Yeah.
to be bribed.
Yeah.
So maybe we could have. Maybe Dagmar could have. I don't know. I don't know if Dagmar would have. But if we could give some of our gold to Genera ahead of time.
Yeah, I think we would have.
Okay.
So then, how much do you think is, I guess, appropriate to give to these two hobgoblins?
I'd say let them name the price first, and then try to bargain them down.
I guess, name your price.
They sort of look at each other and like, well, you want us to defend against your brother, so how about 5 gold each?
That's not bad.
Sounds pretty reasonable.
Okay. Shake on it.
We solved it.
Negotiators.
That was so tense.
Perfect.
For no reason. That was so tense.
He's like, should have asked for more.
I think I felt my jaw drop. Like, wow, all right, that worked. And meanwhile, as we're split up, none of us have money except Janera. So, all right.
Okay.
It's a 5 gold too.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Janera, we're gonna move down to Dagmar. We'll come back to. I'm just gonna start to cycle down through everybody, and we'll come back to the Janera for her second part. So I'm guessing you just start thinking about who else you want to ask and how many more guards you're going to ask, or how many more guards you'd like to hire. Okay, Dagmar. You're at the fire boilers, the brewers. Let's
Yes.
see. Do I?
And Dagmar has no money. she coughed that up to Janera to make sure the negotiation would go well. So
Okay, I'm trying to find that picture. Ah, there it is. Okay, we'll just put that picture right there. All right. So Dagmar, you go visit the fire boilers, and as soon as they see you coming, Dagmar, they sort of giggle and start to clear a table for you. Oh, Master Dagmar, you're coming back. What would you like today? Your usual?
Dagmar folds her arms and she's like, no, I'm not having that. I have the worst hangover of my entire life. And I believe that you are partly, if not fully, responsible for that. So I would like something to help cure my hangover.
Well, Master Dagmar, if you need something a little weaker, if you cannot handle our strongest
God.
ales, then just tell us.
Well, Dagmar doesn't sound like the sound of that, so I think at that point she would bang her fist on the table and maybe yell something like, "You called me weak? What did you call me?" Yeah,
Jeez.
she'd probably do that.
Things about to get serious over here.
Okay, so with that pounding of the table, they all sort of jump a little, like, no, Master Dagmar, we just want to make your experience as pleasant as possible.
Just to be clear, what is Dagmar's purpose going here? Is she trying to help with the preparations, or is she just kind of going off on her own?
Well, I guess that's up to you, because we do need booze for the festival, but I guess if you didn't want to get booze,
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Okay, all right. So that's the that's what she originally went there for. All right.
Well, just wait. So, Gradal, Aetheri, Genera, if you have any suggestions for Dagmar, again, this will count as the retroactive conferencing you did before you split up.
So yeah, see if they'll donate a barrel to
I
the
think
festival.
we might need more than a barrel.
10 barrels. Wait, 2 for Dagmar.
Exactly. Whatever's left over goes to the festival. Oh boy. Okay. I think Dagmar is going to focus on curing her hangover first because she's very one-track minded and still very much out for herself first. So I'm going to have Dagmar insist on receiving some kind of beverage to cure her hangover before she even remembers why she's there in the first place.
Okay.
And she has no money.
Awesome.
So you're just gonna ask them like, you need something for your hangover? That's it.
Pretty much before she can start thinking a little bit more clearly as to whether or not she wants to help out the group and do what she's there to do and get those barrels.
Actually, I think we divided the money with you that you tried to steal. I think we did give you some in the end, didn't we?
And then I went to Genera for negotiation with the guards.
Oh,
thing.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys
Yeah.
give me all of your money? You didn't leave anything for yourselves?
Well, in-
That's a lot of trust, man.
I know. She's got a hangover. She's not thinking clearly.
As long as Genera's not the drummer, I think it'll be okay.
But yeah, and with that, I end my turn, DM.
Okay, all right. So the one of the smaller goblins like scurries off and comes back with a like a wooden like a small wooden cup. Okay, in the cup is actually a kind of cucumber and lemon juice. And she pulls out a small flask and pours in just a little bit of alcohol into it, and then hands you the cup.
Okay, I think Dagmar would have drowned or like would have drunken that like a shot glass, and she's just kind of sitting there. She's trying to feel if it's working or not, doing the instant effects, and she asks for a second one.
I mean, as soon as you ask for a second, someone comes up with a picture, refills the cup, and then the original small goblin pours in a little bit more in the flask and hands it to you again.
Perfect. Okay, and then she would have drunken that, and then she would have sat there. She's thinking about things a little bit, and then she remembers why she's there in the first place. And then so Dagmar would have asked the bigger goblin and been like, "Hey, there's a festival or something going on. I don't know what's going on, but I need some barrels. I need some barrels with drinks. I think I need something like that. I don't know what's going on."
They look at you a little bit odd and like, barrels? Like, we don't do barrels here. You're supposed to. You should go to the round rollers. Those
Oh,
are the
no,
Cartwrights. So the round
no.
rollers are the ones with barrels. Like,
No. Look, man, I just need you to donate some drinks to the festival, okay? I just need you to do this one for me. I need you to do me the solid, okay? This is for your people, not mine. Come on.
okay, roll a persuasion check, Dagmar.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
No, persuasion, not perception.
She doesn't know what's going on.
That's perfect.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. So this large, angry, sweaty, half drunken, half orc pleads with all the sincerity of a child on Christmas Eve.
Oh god.
Please, can you donate some alcohol?
Oh god. She's on
Oh
her
my God.
knees.
Okay, so
Does it work?
you kind of you sort of like tug a little bit on the hem of their shirt, and they're like, Master
Oh my
Dagmar. We'll try to make this the best summer festival ever.
Oh. Oh my god. And with that, I end my turn. That couldn't have gone any better.
Okay, and then next we have a Fury going to the butchers.
I have tears in my eyes.
That was awesome.
Okay, so
All right, so I'm gonna try not to scare them in my weird way either. All right, so I go over and I look for the what's the new guild leader's name again? Yeah, her.
Okay. The new guild leader.
Her name.
I gotta look it up too.
Anyway.
Butchers. Oh yeah, Zixie Bone Muncher.
Yeah. Okay, so I go to find her. I walk in the front door. I don't sneak in a window or anything.
Okay,
Surprising.
I know.
so you walk up to the building and you notice that it's fairly eerily quiet. There are actually no customers here. The doors are closed. The shutters are closed. There's a few. You can recognize a few of the goblins, the butcher goblins, sort of loitering about, but they're not really doing anything, and they all look kind of sad.
Yeah.
You don't quite see her around though.
Okay, well I knock on the door.
Okay.
And,
A few moments pass. Do you want to knock again?
yes, I'll knock one more time.
Okay. You hear the latch sort of, and then the door kind of creaks open, and you see Zixie there standing in the doorway. And
Oh, awesome.
she looks a little bit surprised, and it's like she sort of squints her eyes and like, wait, I know you. You were here a few days ago. Like, weren't you one of the people who? Yeah.
Yes, I
So
was one of them.
how may I help you?
So, can I come in and just talk to you for a moment? Have you heard about the that the mayor is moving the festival up to?
My tablet here.
Oh yeah, it's like frozen, huh?
Okay, she said that we're back up now.
All right.
Okay. So I was asking.
Yeah.
Did you guys have you been able to recover from the fire? Looks like looks a little dusty in here.
Well, we're not that worried about the fire. The building is fine. But we haven't had any business since that incident. We haven't had any business for a few days.
Oh, why is that?
She sort of looks up at you surprised and like, well, she hesitates a little bit and she's like, okay, well, I guess since you're not a goblin, I guess you don't understand. Like, the community doesn't trust us. The community is suspicious that all of us are bar guests. None of them trust our meat. They think it's
Oh,
goblin meat.
wow.
That's
Well,
unfortunate.
we'd like to help out. I was gonna ask. We're trying to help plan the festival, and we've got donations of potatoes and peaches, or we're working on getting drinks. We were going to ask you to donate meat if you can, but it doesn't sound like anyone in town is going to eat meat at this festival, huh?
Can I make a quick suggestion?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe if we just don't tell them where the meat came from.
Right.
If I might interject, I remember one thing that I had possibly mentioned is if the sheep friends have any sheep that are, well, past their prime, and perhaps they could supply some meat.
Yeah, that works too.
That would work. So I can ask the Zixi. Do you think the sheep friends would have some meat to donate? Or do you know the guild leader
Well,
there?
we usually purchase our meat from the sheep friends. But of course, if we can't sell the butchered meat, then there's no point in us buying the animal. So, if you ask them for livestock, I'm sure they'll have something. They could butcher it, but we're better at it, obviously. She sort of looks up longingly at a couple of knives that are sort of displayed on the wall.
So we also want to know: are you all going to come to the festival? We'd like to have you there, and we know how important it is because this is for the ancestors, and we'd really like to obviously honor your former guild leader in that festival and see that he gets honored. So we hope you can all join us. Can you all be there?
She looks really bewildered at you because she's like, oh,
I was going to
okay.
drop Gradal's name. Gradal really wants to honor your guild leader. It would be important to him.
I'm not sure, but the guild leader was a bar guest.
Yeah, that's why she's really confused when you're saying it like that. Like,
But the bar just ate the guild leader, right? Wasn't there some
No,
Gradal
no.
had some concern about the soul of the guy who got eaten by the bar guest?
That was the soap
No, it was
maker's
the
guild leader.
soap makers guild leader that got eaten.
Oh, okay. Well,
so if you like, you can make a persuasion check.
okay.
Fingers crossed, everybody.
Oh.
Oh, pretty good.
All right.
Like, she looks at Patricia very sort of bewildered. She's not sure what to make of what you're saying. Like,
For good reason.
a sort of tear rolls down her eye, and she sort of wipes it away with her finger. It's like, yeah, I'd like to go to the festival. I mean, everybody here wants to go to the festival. We'll go if it's okay with everybody else. Can you make sure it's okay with everybody else?
Yes. We will talk to people in the town and make sure that you're warmly welcomed as best we can.
Okay, all right. So, okay, she takes you by the hand and she leads you out, and she asks that you give the news to the other goblins. She wants to make sure that they hear it from you and not just from her.
Okay.
So she leads you to each of the different goblins loitering around the building. Do you see anything specific or?
Yeah, I just say to all of you in here, we know what you went through and how scary that must have been, and we want to help you, and we want you to come to the festival, honor the ancestors, and we will talk with everyone in town to make sure that you're warned because you are innocent victims in what happened, and we want to help.
Yeah.
Will you join us?
Okay. So, Zixi sort of looks at them intently, squeezes your hand, and she nods at them once she nods at them, each of them nod back and sort of agree. Like, okay, I guess we can do this. There's a few requests from the crowd, or like there's a request from the crowd. Like, is there anything you want us to do?
Well, we were gonna try to get some meat to donate from the sheep runs. But I think it's just more important that you just show up and have a good time.
Okay. Right. They sort of nod in agreement. Okay. We'll consider that a success, in theory. Is there anything else you want to say to them before we move on to the next person?
No, just thank you and look forward to seeing you.
All right. So, Zixie smiles at you. Zixie smiles. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So Gradal, Dagmar, Genera, you can make a suggestion to a theory right now as part of that retroactive conference. Is there anything that you wanted to ask the book teachers?
Yeah, do we want them to do anything?
Well, I think that maybe the focus just should be on maybe rebuilding their trust in the community.
Yeah.
And just being as friendly and as happy, joy as they can in supporting.
Yeah.
Flowers for everyone.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm kind of scared that Gradal will usurp Zixie here as the leadership and make his own guild, but okay.
Well, at least everybody will trust Gradle.
Okay, all right, we're going to Gradal now. Gradal, you're going to the soap makers.
Hi. Sure, unless we wanted to have our conference beforehand.
Okay, go ahead. Dagmar, Theory, Genera, do you have any suggestions for Gradal?
So
No flowers.
no flowers. So
No
you're going
flower
there
run.
just
Just
to check on how they're doing, right?
Visibly out like a 4-year-old. Just whoa. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Okay. Now, one more thing I do want to suggest to Gradal. One of the things that the soap makers do, the soft hands do, they actually take the fat, right, and they do make candles out of it normally. But the other thing that they do with it, as I mentioned before, is they're kind of like greasers. They'll put it in their hair, but very specifically, they'll actually put perfumes into the candle wax or whatever that they put on their heads, so that it sort of melts and dribbles and releases the scent through the day. And I got that idea, I think, from a book I read in as a child on Egypt culture, ancient Egypt culture, because I think there was something about that.
Well, that's something we could do. We could ask them to sell their perfumes at the festival, but mostly I just want to check in on the new guild leader and see how he's doing, because I know he was having a really rough time when his guild leader was murdered.
Okay. So, you come up to the building.
And by the way, on the entire trip there, I am skipping, and I am using my staff of flowers to make little flower beds everywhere I go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Totally on brand.
Yeah.
Wait. Is there any specific plant or flower that you make?
I just try to make them as multicolored as possible, and I focus, because this is supposed to be the fall festival. Am I correct?
Summer festival. We're
Summer
in fall, but
festival.
this festival's in summer.
Yes, so the summer. So I try to make them a wide variety of brightly colored summer festival flowers.
Okay. I was just wondering if you're going to make any sort of catnip or anything like that for the alley cats.
Just flower festival.
Okay, so as you go along, flowers bloom and pop up all over the place, in every crack and cranny, and the dirt along the way. You get a couple looks. I think you scare a stray dog or or two as it pops up right in their face. so you come when you do it in some of the roads where it's more dirt. It's a little bit harder because it's really really packed dirt. And you come up to the soap makers, the Soft Hands guild building, and you see several of the goblins there, dressed similar to this. And like I said, they all have very interesting and elaborate waxed shaped hair on top of their heads. The business seems to be going okay, but several of the goblins still look kind of sad.
Each and every one of the sad ones gets a flower and a hug.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here, why don't you roll? Why don't you roll for Let's see. Let's do this for a second. Roll for persuasion.
Okay. So I got to bring up my character here for a second, and my computer is quite slow. That's what happens when you're on Zoom all day.
Oh.
All right. Persuasion. How terribly
wow.
did I do? Not bad.
Pretty good. Okay.
I just want to help them feel better if they're looking down in the dumps.
Okay. So just because I want to roll dice because D&D deals dice. Okay. I want you to roll a 5d4. Do you know how to do that? Roll a 5d4.
I believe so.
Really? 8, 10. Wow. Okay. That's a pretty
Nice.
good roll.
Yeah.
Wow. So Gradel works extra hard. He's I don't know. I guess he's the Tony Robbins of goblins or something. I don't know. He cheers up 16 goblins.
Motivational speaker extraordinaire.
Okay.
You too
no.
can be the most goblin-y of goblins ever.
Wow, like the whole guild basically cheers up because 16 goblins like cheer up. Everyone's looking happier. They're sort of like they're following the pedals a little bit, sniffing it, and some of them put them in their hair and like, wow, thank you, Gradal.
And I mention the
Thanks a
festival
lot.
every single time. Every single time I help somebody, I mention the festival.
And every time you mention it, they perk up. Like, you know what? You're right. Festival's coming up. We have to work hard to make it the best we've ever had. Okay. And so they pack the bags for the customers and do it with a bigger smile and a more pep in their step. Okay. Are you gonna ask them any specific questions?
At the moment, I just want to talk with the new guild leader and see how he's doing and catch him up on current events.
Okay. So at the moment, so you start to ask around for the leader. The goblins sort of look a little bit nervous, and they're like, we don't have a leader yet. We're still asking all the big goblins of the guild and the big goblins of the family, who's it gonna be?
Wasn't there a close friend, a second in command to the guild leader? One moment, Gradal has to step away for a moment so that Michael can actually take a moment and give his hug to his little boy when he's going to bed. Night, 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 Needy. Love you. Sleep well, Bug. So sorry about that.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we
do have a small leader. But she was on a trip actually, and she hasn't come back yet. So we're trying to decide if we're gonna keep her or have someone else in the meantime.
Oh dear. What trip precisely did she go on?
Okay. Um. So, they explain that they actually have she had two purposes for her trip. One was to actually check on some beehives. There's like it's pretty far from town, but they have a little camp that has some beehives, and they harvest the wax from the beehives for some of their candles. But part of the trip was also to visit another town and check on their sort of perfumes and formulas for scents, scents that they can use for their own soaps and candles and things. And she just hasn't come back yet.
Hmm. Has she been gone for an unusually long amount of time?
No, she should be back soon.
Do we know if she'll be back before the festival?
We're not sure. But
Hmm.
but if you tell us what you want us to do, then we'll make sure to agree upon it. You know, we'll put it to I'll take it to the all the other small leaders of the guild.
Well, I think maybe selling some of the perfumes at the festival might be very, very nice. But really, I was very, very much hoping to talk to the second in command. But if she's away, then I suppose that's okay.
Okay. Um, so that festival, we're really
Does,
excited.
yeah, it's very, very exciting. Now, this second in command, does she have an office? Maybe I could leave a note for her to contact me when she gets back.
Okay, sure. Right away, Gretel. So, one of them takes you, and they actually lead you up the stairs, back to that office that you first investigated. They take you to the office of the murder scene. The floors are cleaned, they're scrubbed. Um, as far as you can tell, there's no sign anymore of the struggle. Everything is sort of put away and put in place, all nice and neat. And they take you to what was presumably the former leader's desk, and they hand you some paper and pencil. Okay. What would you? You can go ahead and sit here and write. And leave a note.
Okay. It's kind of personal actually. If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure, Gretel. Okay. So he leaves, or takes a
Okay.
quick peek out the door and then closes behind them.
Okay. I basically find the timing of this quote unquote trip very suspicious. So I'm going to, in lieu of writing the note, I'm going to try to investigate as around here as much as I can and try to find anything suspicious.
Okay.
I find the idea that she skipped town and won't be here or may not be here at the time of the festival very, very worrisome.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll investigation.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
You can give yourself guidance.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely I'll guide myself. Thank you. Hello, character sheet. Investigation.
3.
Oof.
Give yourself guidance. A D4.
Right. 6.
6. Okay. So you open up some of the cabinets and you start to sift through the papers. You get an idea like, oh, wait, let me think. Like, what about money? So you think like money. Okay, money starts with M, and then you start to sift through the papers, hoping that they're in alphabetical order. and you think like, wait, where is M in the alphabet? A B C D E F M. Oh, wait a minute.
Now,
The
if,
goblin spelling
as
bee's gonna be
a
fun.
now, would I be able to retcon this because I forgot that I also had enhanceability on my
Okay.
spell?
Wait, wait,
Because
I
if
can't remember
I cast
enhanceability.
Fox's Cunning on because if I cast Fox's Cunning on myself, I get advantage on intelligence. check.
Oh. Wait, I'm guessing it's a spell from Xanatar's Guide?
No, that's Player's Handbook. 237, page 237, Player's Handbook.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been a long time since I played a spellcaster.
Okay, wait. No. Okay. Okay. Go
That's
for
cool.
it. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Better.
Okay, that's better. All right, so you're not gonna roll the guidance again. That just sticks with whatever you got for that result. So, so Gradal to cast this spell on himself, and his eyes get kind of narrow, and fox-like. Gets kind of little whiskers on his face, and his ears
Put a
prick
little
up a
bit
little.
with weed in those brownies. Oh, sorry, that'd be the pupils going in the other direction. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a 17. Okay, you know all of your ABCs. You are able to find a log that shows that you do find a log that shows these trips. These trips are regular trips, and this does seem to be some sort of regular trip. However, it is taking longer than it normally would. It's actually a little bit longer by like maybe 1 or 2 days. Um, so she should be back by now. But it's not quite long enough for the other goblins to have started worrying.
Alrighty. I will in fact take just a moment to leave that note that I was talking about.
Okay.
And really, all the note is it's not even words. It's just a picture of a flower with a great big smiley face in the middle.
Oh my god.
And I immediately, after doing so, I immediately leave the office and report back my suspicions. Did I get the name of the second in command?
Okay, yeah. The second in the command.
The one who's on the trip.
Yeah. So the second in the command is Ami.
Ami, A-M-I?
Yeah. I'm spelling it A-M-M-E-E. Ami.
Got it.
Okay.
So I will go back and report my suspicions. Yet again, this time I'll go down a different road. Again, spreading flowers everywhere I go.
So as you go along, these daisies and daffodils and poppies and I don't know flowers very well, but all of these flowers, this torrent of flowers just sort of sprouts up and flows along the road as Groudal walks along. And as he walks along, carts will rumble past him and just crush the flowers. So there's a big mess of green and petals across the floor.
Yes.
This wake of petals behind Groudal. So let's see. Hold on a second. Now, I'm gonna. So Janera, I think Janera's really the only. Janera's the only person that had, I think, might have a second part to her search, because Janera has talked to 2 hobgoblins so far. Dagmar talked to the fire boilers. Aetheri talked to the butchers, and Gradal talked to the soap makers. So what we'll do right now is I'm going to ask you: do you all just want a conference right now, like you all meet up together right now, or do you want to do a second second bite at the apple of whatever it is you're doing? For Gennaro, that would be asking more goblins. Dagmar would be asking for more alcohol. A theory might be
I'm gonna go to the sheep friends.
sheep friends
Yeah.
or Gretel. So, do you want a conference now, or go to a second try, or second part of the search?
I think I vote conference because Dagmar kind of feels like she has already negotiated for the drinks for the festival pretty well. She's just kind of like she's on her knees, just dumbfounded while everybody is scattering around the fire boilers, organizing everything for her. She can't believe that worked.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's conference.
I'm going
Yeah.
to conference, and if I need to, I'll go with the theory to the sheep friends to secure the meat.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I
Okay.
mean, do we still need to go to the mountain for any reason? Is the squatch looming, or are there other tasks to go and try to
So
divide and
far,
conquer?
there are no rumors of the. Okay, well, I'll take this back. There are no recent rumors of Sasquatch attacks. However, according to the folklore, some people have said that their brothers, best friends, cousins, sister-in-law on a camping trip had rocks thrown at them at night. That's about as much information as you have about Squatches.
I think we definitely need to investigate that. Maybe hold like a town hall meeting and see if anybody has heard any knocks out in the forest or whatever they do in Finding Bigfoot. That was a good show.
Maybe one possibility is because Ami's trip is taking too long. I can think of 2 possibilities. One is that she's in fact the bar guest and is attempting to avoid the festival, or the second is they had mentioned that she also goes up to where the beekeepers and the beeswax is. And if there was, let's say, a rather hungry Sasquatch looking for honey in that area, you might have encountered one of them. Those are the 2 possibilities that I can think of, but I definitely want to share my suspicions regarding Ami with the rest of the crew.
Okay. Okay, so just one more thing, because I want to describe something. Where do you want to meet?
Well, I guess we'd probably just meet somewhere in the middle because we're all kind of in the same street area, right? Because I'm at the bank, Aetheri's at the butchers, Gretel just left the soap makers, and then Dagmar's at the brewer. So we could all just meet up, like maybe in front of the bakers.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, more donuts.
That's just what I was thinking. Okay, so so Gretel leaves the silk makers and sort of hops a few buildings down, spreads flowers along the street. Dagmar, coming out of the fire boilers, sees this trail of flowers before her as she walks back to the rendezvous point.
You did that on purpose. You could have had her come out first, but you didn't. Dagmar's stepping on every single flower on the way.
So Dagmar is a few minutes late to the meeting.
Okay.
A theory, it strolls up, sort of keeping a tight hand on that purse full of coins, and
Didn't
I'm
Janera have
sorry,
that?
Janera. Sorry, Janera. Sorry, Janera has the hand around the coin bag to make sure it's safe. Aetheri turns around, points at Gradal walking down the street or coming up the street. She points him out to Zixi, and so Zixi gets a little bit of a smile. And so Gradal, Dagmar, Aetheri, and Janera, all of you meet together in front of the grain grinders, the Bakers Guild. So go ahead, please conference and share your information and your ideas.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that the Butchers Guild folks have agreed to come to the festival, but they're concerned that nobody in town trusts them anymore. So we need to like help talk to the other goblins in town and let them know they can trust the Bone Munchers Guild.
Well, I'm definitely willing to help out on that score.
Okay. Because we want them all to come to the festival. But nobody will buy their meat anymore. So they're a little concerned about what it is they're serving up in there now. So we're gonna have to go to the sheep runs and find some meat elsewhere.
Well, I can definitely hook you up there. How did you go with
Great.
the fire boilers?
Dagmar is slowly approaching the group, still stomping on everything. She looks up at everybody, frowns at Gradal, and then she says, "The brewery has agreed to provide alcohol. It's the most I can do." Still stomping on things.
I guess I'll also convey, as I mentioned, my suspicions regarding Ami and ask what people think about my suspicions.
Well,
Well, when is she gonna be back? Is she gonna be back in time for the?
I don't know, but I tell you, the timing of it is very suspicious. I know that they do take regular trips, but she's been gone longer than normal, and she seemed a lot when we saw her right before we attacked the bar guest. She seemed very, very broken up, much more so than I would have expected, and to be put enough together very shortly after that, and not to mention a monster attack, and then disappear calmly off on a business trip.
Yeah, we really need her to be there. Otherwise, this whole plan is a failure.
Well, we need everybody
if
to
she
be
is.
there.
Yeah, if she is.
If she's the bar guest and she's not here for the festival, then we can't secure the town's safety. The humans will go all they'll go all wacky stick on every goblin that they can find.
Do we need to go find her wherever she went?
dedicate part of the group to go and find her, maybe?
Dagmar?
It seems like a good idea. Yeah, no, I wanna go.
Go get her.
I wanna get her.
No, okay, that'd be a little obvious.
Do we know if the bees' nests that she went to is anywhere near where the Sasquatch sightings had been?
That would be cool.
So let's see here. Okay, so all right. This sort of red-orange area on the far left, the bottom left, that's the mountain. And again, covered in forest. So some of the from the description, you would assume that it would be something like around here somewhere. Beyond the farms and sort of on the edge of the forest.
That does fit with what little I know about the behavior of Sasquatchus giganticus.
Let me just give you a little bit of a hint here. Now, remember that so Greta, because you're a goblin, you are much more acquainted with a lot of the people here. You know who the leadership is. However, the humans don't. The mayor's office is not that acquainted with all the guild leaders. She's probably seen or met most of them, but she doesn't remember the faces. She doesn't remember people by name. The only person that the mayor really is acquainted with is the Goblin Town mayor. So hint, hint, wink, wink. They're not going to double check your work.
Oh, okay. But I mean, double checking the work is one part. Actually, finding the bar guest is another.
Yeah.
You know,
But
the whole point of this is not just to protect ourselves from the actions of the humans, but to actually root out the damn bar guest.
Yes.
I was just wondering, do we have any kind of confirmation that there even is a second bar guest? Because I know we're kind of doing this because the humans are alarmed about it and they suspect that there could be more, but are we just going off of their assumption?
So you do know there have been no more murders. There have been no more mysterious deaths. You have not heard any rumors of anyone missing, except for the late arrival of Ami. That's it. So far there have been no more attacks. And so far you have not found any more evidence of other bar guests. Most of this was first incited because the humans are nervous, and you're trying to put them at ease, as well as the larger community. Because remember, if you prove that no one else is a bar guest, then you prove none of the butchers are bar guests.
So I mean, we could approach this that as long as we get the majority of the town at this festival, we can at least maybe buy ourselves some time that, hey, there's no more bar guests here, and then afterwards then we can go and see about Ami and see if she indeed was trying to avoid the festival or if she's stuck in a situation with the Sasquatch.
I think that's a great idea.
Two birds in one
I
stone.
would agree that it also sounds quite disturbing.
I know. I'm like, okay.
Oh no. I like a few weeks ago I watched a Bigfoot movie from like the 70s, and that's exactly the situation.
Oh no.
Inspiration.
It's true. Oh, please tell me some of you have seen Young Frankenstein. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's been a while.
Am I the only one or
Yep.
am I the only one that's that old?
No, you're not.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna count this as a lot of work of you negotiating and things like that, and we'll count this as the end of another day. You can do another day of preparation, and go ask another round of people to prepare.
So that's 2 days left?
Yes, that would be 2 days left.
Okay. Probably not long enough to go hunting after Ami and then get back in time for the festival.
Probably not.
So
Okay.
I personally I think the idea of going after Ami if she has not returned after the festival, or even if she has, going after Ami and figuring out an explanation.
Okay.
I think it'd also be wise to watch out for her during the festival itself and to see if she's maybe kind of looming and watching stuff from afar. Maybe see like if there's anybody else outside of our party to kind of tip off that we need to be looking out for her during the festival as well.
That's a good idea. We could definitely put the word out to keep an eye out, and if anybody sees her, to report back to us.
Yeah, says Dagmar very diplomatically.
Well, that's actually a very smart idea, Dagmar, I must say.
I feel like I'm playing two different characters.
No, Dagmar, do not sell yourself short. Remember, you are a monster tracker.
Yeah. Totally. What he said.
I also want to note that I will probably also go out of my way to the pedal sniffers to try to find a hangover cure for Dagmar, because I feel bad that she kind of overdid it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Also, do we need to be careful about the people that we tip off to look for her? Should we make sure, should we talk together about who we should tip off to make sure it doesn't get out to people we don't want it to? Like, can we trust the guards, for instance? Or will that just ensue, like, mass chaos?
If you tell the go ahead, Gretel.
Oh, so sorry. I was just going to suggest maybe we just keep it within the Soap Makers Guild, because I believe that I won quite a few friends there today, and I would be more
We can
willing
trust that.
to report back.
That's true.
Especially since there's apparently some sort of power struggle about who the next guild leader is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I side with that.
Okay. Okay. So making the to-do list. So keep an eye out for Ami. What else would you like to do?
I guess I need to recruit some more guards for the
Okay,
festival.
recruit guards. That's 2.
We probably need to spread the word and kind of let people know that there'll be a. Do we want to let people know that there's going to be a bonfire so that they're not surprised and afraid? Or are we afraid that if we spread that it'll tip off whoever the bar guest might be if there is one?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I have to say it could be a happy surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like that party where it's 3:00 in the morning and you're burning a telephone pole and you don't know where you got a telephone pole. You do know it's pretty high up there on the drunk theft scale.
It's my favorite kind of D&D party.
Do we need to carve a big wooden goblin to burn?
I think you wanted to do burning goblin, right? That was the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go to the carpenters.
Oh, good
Oh yeah,
golly,
you
the wicker
wanted we
goblin.
wanted to we wanted to give everybody their own like effigy, right? So that
Oh.
everybody has to get close to the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to burn an effigy of Maglibiet,
Okay.
basically as an FU to Maglibiet.
That. Oh no, that. I need to write this down. Wicker goblin, and then like put people in it to test for Magluvia or test for Barghest. Huh. Okay. No. Memo. Okay.
Either way, as long as there's a bonfire, we can get people close to it.
Okay.
That's the best.
So the mayor is already coordinating with the carpenters and the masons and the plumbers and stuff. So you will have a space. There will be a space for a bonfire. There will be a space for the party. But if there's anything specific that you'd like to tell the mayor, that would be something. Like if you want a specific effigy to burn, that's something. If you want like a pit, you need to tell them to dig it. Otherwise, it's basically just going to be a plaza, and people will form like some sort of circle around the bonfire or whatever. or it'll be on the side, and then one part will have all the food.
I vote for digging a pit.
So then that way, if there is a bar guest, we can like force it into it.
Yeah. While at the same time exploring the ruins beneath Clark.
Sets off in a completely different chapter.
Right.
Forget
Like,
about
"Whoops."
everything else. Yeah.
I found something.
Wait. Who? Oh shoot. That might make some sense for Genera. So for the goblin part of the town, there's no like formal schooling, but there is formal schooling in the Hobgoblin neighborhood. So if you want to set up an archaeological academy based in the Hobgoblin neighborhood, you may.
Hell yes!
Oh yeah. Woo!
Get out your trowels, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Chapter 2.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's repeat that to-do list. All right. Eye out for Ami.
Mhm.
More guards. I'm forgetting now. Who else were you gonna talk to?
Sheep friends?
Okay, so set up the pit, right? Okay, sheep friends and a pit. That's the 4 things, right?
Are we gonna do effigies? Like, do we need them to carve stuff for people, or?
I
Well-
don't think, unless we specifically told the mayor we were going to do that, I don't think it's necessary because I can just create a magical bonfire and have people can dance around it or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be the plan. Then you'll make the bonfire, and then people will dance around it. Okay.
Unless people think that effigies is a better idea.
I mean, whatever works, I guess. Because either way, if people start dancing around the bonfire, there's going to be certain people that are going to avoid it. So either way, I think we're going to accomplish our goal. Unless there's certain goblins that don't like dancing.
Yeah. And then we'll need to have like guards at the exit. So
Okay.
when the bonfire lights, whoever decides to run will have to catch.
Okay then. So I'm guessing, are you all gonna split up again, or are you gonna all go together?
We probably would get more done if we split up again, but I guess maybe not all of us necessarily have to split up. Like 2 of us could go talk to the sheep friends, and then 2 of us can go recruit more of
The guards.
more people for the security detail.
Yeah.
I
That sounds like
think
a
maybe
good plan.
Yeah.
Etheria and I can go to the sheep friends, and Janira and Dagmar can go recruit more guards.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and before we do this, do any of you need money, since I have all of it?
We might need some for the sheep friends.
Okay.
Yes.
So how about this? We'll just split
Split it
what's
right in the
left,
middle.
and-
Yeah.
We didn't actually ask on the payment. Did you pay those guards beforehand or after they get the job done?
Oh. I guess it probably would be a good idea to pay them after the job is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, it doesn't matter too much, but it's still good to split the money anyway between the 2 groups of 2.
Okay. So it was Genera and Dagmar together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right then, Genera, Dagmar. Picture a town. Okay. So you've already asked the heads of the guards at the bank. Those are the best guards in Goblin Town. You can either go to the Hobgoblin quarters itself to get more people, or you can go to the main office of the city guard, which is in the human section of town. Okay, where would you like to go?
What are you thinking, Janera?
Well, I'm inclined to say we go to the main guards and the human quarters, just because they're going to be professionals and have experience being guards.
Okay.
But I also think that maybe, I don't know, just based on the interaction with the bank guards, that it won't be so easy to convince them, and that maybe we would have better luck with just going to the regular hobgoblins. But I mean, I don't know.
I feel like the professionals would be more. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the professionals probably would cost more too. So we might want to think about that as well. But what were you gonna say, Gretel?
Well, I was just gonna say, knowing the socioeconomic and geopolitics of the region, I would say that additionally, there's a possibility that the human guards might be a little over enthusiastic, considering the tensions between goblins and humans here in Clarg.
This is true. Well, I mean, we would
considering that they might be a bar guest.
Yeah. Well, we were going to recruit the hobgoblins that are working as guards in the human quarters. I'm trying to avoid getting humans involved at all, but
at the main office, we wouldn't be negotiating with the hobgoblins, would we be? We'd be negotiating with their human superiors, I would imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, then let's not do that, and let's just go to the hobgoblin quarters.
Round 2.
All right. Okay. So, the Hobgoblin quarters is actually some of the newest parts of town. Actually, Goblin Town is built on a lot of the older parts of town, and actually parts of the like the more ancient parts of town actually sort of stick up out of in different sections of Goblin Town, and the goblins build a lot of the residential, a lot of their houses as part of whatever they can find coming out of the ground. The Hobgoblin quarters is almost completely new. It's the city is much denser here, so there's a lot of walls that sort of squeeze the alleys and walkways. And as you peek over the walls, you can see that a lot of the residences have very neat, well manicured gardens. You can smell some of the blossoms of fruit trees growing in people's yards. And on every corner, you notice some statues. The statues that are dedicated to Noma Gia. And you can notice some children sort of playing games around them or using them as base for like tag. I'm gonna ask you then, do you want to go to the barracks? The barracks is it's basically full of young hobgoblins. Most of them are actually hired by the city, but they stay in the barracks in this part of town. Or you can go to one of the academies, or you can even go to the There is no Hobgoblin mayor, but I remember there was somebody that I thought was important. Can't remember now. Okay. I've written a lot.
Yeah. Well, I guess barracks would probably be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh yeah. So there's a specific So I'll give you the two choices: the barracks or the best academy. And the very prestigious academy has a particular community leader. But you're choosing the barracks, right?
Well,
I mean,
huh.
unless like, what exactly is the academy for? Like, is it just
yeah.
like a general university type of thing, or do they specifically deal with like, I don't know, like military tactics type of thing, or
Mm, so generally, like when you look at the monster manual and the core books, hobgoblins are very militaristic in their description.
Mhm.
But for the purposes of this game, hobgoblins need to have a well-rounded education. So you can't go to war unless you can count your soldiers, right? You can't go to war unless you can build a bridge to cross that river.
Yeah.
So they put a lot of emphasis on education. So this academy is general education, literacy, math, geography, science.
But
They also
these
do
are
painting and
future
drawing.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right.
Okay, so maybe how about this? How about we go to the academy and talk to the person in charge there and see if they have recommendations of anybody that they think would be good for the job.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Okay. So you begin to wind your way in between the houses and the shops and the buildings, and you come upon the academy. So the academy has sort of low walls that you can easily look over, and it has this very large open plaza area in front of it that's paved. It's completely paved, and you notice that there are several there are lots of students, and the students range in age from child to teenager. Some of them are
Oh no.
studying, some of them are eating. A few of them are practicing their martial arts, their martial skills. Um, they as you walk through, none of them pay attention to Genera. But some of them notice Dagmar. Some of them are sort of the smaller students are a little bit nervous around Dagmar, but some of the older students, they sort of glance rather how can I put this? They have a sort of smug look when they look at Dagmar. Uh, Dagmar, if you'd like to roll an insight check on these students.
Sure. Okay. Very insightful.
Dagmar,
Nice.
Dagmar, your well-honed battle instincts and tell you that these students think they can take you in a fight.
Oh.
Oh. That's not the case.
Oh no.
They would be
Oh, man.
mistaken. I thought this was going a different direction.
Maybe I
see
should
now
have left
that
you in Goblin.
yeah, probably. This is good though. I was worried that they might know her background a little bit, but I see now that they just want to fight, and that's something that I'm very used to in this game. Dagmar is just gonna rise above them because she's on a high ground streak for the last couple turns. So we're gonna see if she can walk on by without doing anything to these kids.
All right, so Dagmar, you smirk and turn away, knowing that these these kids, these children, couldn't lay a finger on you.
Section's great right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So, you come up to the main school, and an older female hobgoblin is standing there. She's sort of looking out over all the students, and then she's put her eyes fall on you, and she says, "Hello, welcome to Heldar Academy. How may I help you?"
Hello. Are you the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the headmaster at this
Yes.
academy?
Yes, I'm Headmaster Fees.
Okay.
fees.
Um,
We lost sound on Twitch again.
did we lose it again?
Looks like it.
Oh yeah.
According to the chat.
Oh no.
Hang on, let me see if I still have sound on my side.
Don't mean to interrupt fees, but
No. I
I
have
need to-
sound on my side, so I don't know.
She says, "Hang on."
Yeah, because I hear you on YouTube.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I interjected because I don't have sound on mine for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
It's me in the chat posting that.
oh,
Oh, okay.
We're
Yeah.
getting to know everybody's other usernames. Cool. Sound seems to be back on mine.
Okay, well, then I guess it's me then.
I don't know. Sarah's checking into it, so
Okay.
we'll just
Oh,
pause for a minute.
I think I
Yeah,
probably
I'm
need
on-
to restart Twitch.
Twitch is the one with the chat, because I'm on the YouTube one.
Yeah, I have Twitch open and the sound was working on mine, so
Yeah, I got sound again. I just had to reopen Twitch. That was my
okay.
bad.
Oh, well, she says hang
No
on
worries.
still,
Oh,
so maybe she's trying to fix something on the stream.
we got sound. Duh.
Yeah, I
Fantastic.
think that was just me, guys. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Good to be safe.
Okay. All right. So
Back
where
to
were we?
Back to
Um,
headmaster fees.
headmaster fees.
Okay. So she gives you a small, polite smile, and her back is, ramrod straight up and down. She's not dressed like a warrior or a soldier or anything like that, but you can see she's very prim, proper, like almost like an officer.
Okay.
Okay. So how? Do you have questions? Like, what brings you to my academy?
So we were wondering if you heard about the festival that the goblins are putting on in Goblin Town.
Oh yes, the summer festival. It's been moved up a few days. Yes.
Yes.
I plan to attend. Many of my students enjoy the festival.
Perfect. Well, we're looking for some volunteers to help with security, and we figured this would be a good place to start as far as finding people, and wondered if there's any students or other people within the Goblin quarters that you think would be good for the job.
Sort of rubs her chin a little bit and sort of turns it over in her head for a moment. It's like, that may be some good practical training for students. It's low stakes too. Nothing really happens in Goblin Town, so I'm sure my students will be safe then.
Generic kind of like stifles stifles herself from being like,
Nothing's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It'll be perfectly fine. They'll be safe, I
Okay.
promise.
D&D fodder.
You're not gonna have them sign the parent waiver.
No need for that.
Okay, so you know what? I think this will be a good idea. This is a good. This will be a good experience. Um, how many students can you? How many people do you need? How many can you accommodate?
Good question. So, how about we pose this to the group as kind of like a retcon conference thing?
Preemptive.
Because we didn't
Okay.
really talk about how many people we think that we'll need. I'm gonna assume quite a bit because we have a lot of people showing up to this. So, and we only have 2 right now.
Are we gonna have? Is it this temple area is gonna be enclosed, right? So there's gonna be like we'll know where the entrance and exit are.
Yes. We'll just assume that you plan this out with the mayor,
Yeah.
and it'll be whatever general idea that you have. So if you want one exit, one entrance, and they just have to march down a kind of main street, that's fine. Or if you want to have like a star shape and have several entrances and exits, it's up to you.
Because we'll probably want like at least 2 guards per exit, right?
Yeah.
So
But I mean, if they're students, then we might want
4
to have maybe more.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Okay.
the oldest we're getting from this academy is teenager age then. So we got
Yeah.
2
Oh my God.
adult goblins and then a
That
bunch
should
of
be good.
teenager hobgoblins. So
Well, all the guards are hobgoblins at this point. So
oh, okay. But 2
So
adults.
I mean, I guess we could. Well, if we have one entrance and one
Should
exit,
we on the map should we try to locate where where we're going to be holding this festival, maybe like mark it with like a line or a circle just so we know and we can count how many entrances and exits and how many streets connect to that location? Could we
so
do
if you're
that?
looking at this map, this area is the temple area.
Okay. Huh.
well, I was just thinking that if we only have the entrance and then one exit, we could maybe divide them up and put one of the bank guards with one group and then the other bank
Yeah,
guard with the other. That way they have someone experienced with them.
That sounds good. And then we'll just
Yeah.
have the two openings.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan. Maybe should we have a couple extra to No, yeah. We don't need extra because the sheep friends are going to be looking out for Ami, right? So, yeah, I think this is just 2 groups, maybe 10 students? 5
10
per-
total, 5
Yeah.
Sounds
each.
good.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay.
Oh, okay, perfect. And now do you want me to assign captains for them, or are you gonna have, or
Well, we'll be assigning them to a
Very experienced guards.
yes.
oh, experienced guards? Really?
Yeah.
Who? Pray tell.
God, I
The
can't
great
remember
John.
their names.
The great John. And the benevolent Billy.
Wait, are you gonna make up names, or are you gonna actually repeat the names that I have for them?
Oh,
Gobo
please
and
re-
Juro.
no,
No, I
yeah,
would go with the names
your name.
that they
Dagmar doesn't have a clue who these people are, so Dagmar is just talking out of her ass a little bit.
Okay. At the mention of Gobo and Juro, she sort of like sneers a little bit. Oh, those two. What are they doing? Bank guards. Well, they've made something out of themselves. They didn't have the best. They weren't my best students. But well, at least they're doing well enough. not. They didn't turn out to be some sort of adventurers, some sort of murder hobos.
Murder
Piece of
hobo.
junk.
What is
For the guards.
that?
Oh my god.
Wow. Well,
We
I can
have
see that
agreement.
you.
Obviously, she was a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, I can see that you think very highly of them.
Oh, they were not my best students, but they were physically accomplished. I'm sure they could handle any situation that came to them in Goblin Town. I have confidence in that. Not the brightest, but certainly strong enough. Let's just put it this way: they're smart as an ox and strong enough to match that intelligence.
Well, okay then.
All right then.
Opinionated headmaster.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh no, just very opinionated headmaster. Dagmar thinks in her head very secretly.
So okay, so so you're gonna get some students. Fees is going to actually pull out some of the students, and you'll have a short meeting with the 10 students, and we'll do that in a little bit. If you'd like, you can make up the students as you like. Just
Oh.
if you want, I'm going to let you be a little bit of the game master here, the DM a little bit, and you can design some of the students as you'd like them. So if you want jocks or bookworms or the overaccomplished or the class president or whatever.
Whoa.
All right. Okay, because I want to move on to Aetheri and Gradal. Aetheri,
Okay.
Gradal, are you
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, Aetheri, Gradal, you're going to the Sheep Friends. So let's change the map.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to the Sheep Friends, the Woolmen. So you walk up to the guild building. Now, the guild building is not so much a guild. It's not so much a building as several pens, and stables. So as you walk up, you get that very strong odor of dry straw and animal.
Okay.
Most of the other buildings in town, in Goblin Town, are fairly close together. This is the one part of Goblin Town where there are very few other buildings.
Okay. So, and Gradal knows everyone.
Every one of them by name. If Gradolf, you want to walk up and give them the secret handshake, you can.
So we're just gonna follow behind.
Absolutely. I'll come on up, and we don't shake hands around here. It's hugs for everybody.
Oh, COVID.
Okay.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about this game. There is no COVID in this game. No such thing as COVID in Clark.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm able to get out all of the closeness that I can't get in real life. I'm getting in this game.
Nice.
Or I'll be damned if I don't.
Hugs for everyone.
I can at least pretend that I can have contact with a fellow human being.
That's awesome.
So Gradol proceeds to hug each and one of them. Now, I'm just wondering, Gradol, what kind of hugs do you give? Do you give like patty hugs? Do you just give squeezes? What kind of hugs?
This is something I never thought I'd have to describe to a DM. I would describe it as just slightly more than a friendly bro hug. Nothing creepy.
You're gonna have to get way more descriptive than that. Are you using both arms? Are you?
Just arm wrapped around, pat on the back, just making sure that they know that I'm just very happy to see them.
No football
But not
player
that
locker
happy.
room, like pat on the butt hugs.
Oh god.
No, just like literally like imagine seeing a family member that you haven't seen, a close family member that you haven't seen in a few weeks. Because
Okay.
you figure I've been away doing other things and away
Okay.
from the sheep friends for quite a while.
Okay. So Gradall gives his hugs to each of the people in turn. Some of the larger sheep friends like, Gradall, that's not a hug. They proceed to bear hug him, lift him off his legs, off his feet, and they put him down. After they hug Gradall, they turn and hug a Theory. Now they are too short to give her a proper like hug around the chest, so most of them give you hugs around your thighs. The goblins that give bear hugs to Gradall, they team up and they grab you by the legs, squeeze hard, and lift up. So basically, you're
What?
lifted off the ground by
Oh
these
my
goblins, and they place you back down very gingerly.
I pat him on the head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nice
My
to
behavior is
meet
actually
you.
pretty mild compared to these folks.
Oh
my
wait, sorry. I take that back a little bit, Theory, because I remember now you're a little bit short. So some of them can give you hugs around the waist or the hips, but they
Okay.
still lift you by the legs like that.
And I'm like, whoa. Okay. uh, nice to meet
So-
you. Gradall.
Oh.
So now I'd assume I know the name of the guild leader for the sheep friends, right?
Yes. Let's see. So, oops.
Blah, 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 blah.
Let's see. Sheep friends. That's Wexley, sheep friend. And let me pull up that person's picture. Oh. All right, there we go.
Wow,
Okay,
that's when I described giving everybody a hug, I wasn't picturing everyone in loincloths.
Why not?
Neither was I. It was like, nice to meet you.
They're
I
all very tan, very broads.
Oh dear.
guess.
Oh gosh.
Fabulous. I'm never leaving. I'm just kidding.
The hugs though, those are gonna be soft hugs. Really soft hugs.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, what was the name again?
Okay, let me. I haven't put them. I haven't made them yet. I don't think I have them in here yet. I'll add that character here on Roll20 right now. Okay, so give you the spelling. Again, it's one of those odd spellings that I did just for funs. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that on the screen right now. Okay, I'll save it and then you can look it up in your journal in a moment. Okay.
Excellent. So where is Wexley?
Oh, he's out back. He's trying to break in one of the new he's trying to break in a new wolf.
Ah. Well, as long as he's not dressing them up in the sheep's clothing again.
You get off his back. Let him have some fun.
Fair enough. So I guess we'll go find Wexley because Michael Z is going to have to call it quits soon.
Okay.
Since he's on the East Coast.
Okay. All right. So you walk past some of the pens. You hear the of some of the pigs. They're war pigs. What would that be? They're shepherd pigs. You see some of the sheep, and you see in this larger pen, there's a wolf. You see this older gentleman goblin riding on top of him, and several other goblins sitting on the fence, the pen fence around it, hooting and hollering, as he's trying to break in this wolf. Okay. So you walk up to the fence, and everyone's cheering it, yeah! As he's riding the wolf.
I sit back and watch, and I suppose occasionally point and laugh.
So the wolf bucks a little bit, snaps at a little bit at Wexley. Wexley actually tumbles off the top of him, hits into the dirt, Dusty, with a bit of a laugh, and the wolf sort of trots off to the other side of the pen, as everybody breaks into laughter. He gets up, rubs his back, and motions for another goblin to take over. He looks around and notices you and walks over. It's like, oh, Grandal, where have you been? And proceeds to give you a hug. Okay. So go ahead, Theory Grandal. What do you say? What do you ask?
Well, so Wexley, glad you're doing well. How's the old posterior after falling off that wolf there?
Nice and well calloused. I don't feel anything anymore.
Sounds good. And I just to test that he doesn't feel anything anymore, I'm going to give him a whack with my staff and not like
the side of Gretel.
not actually
Yeah, what
point
is
damage,
up with
but
that?
Would you like to borrow my whip?
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe Sarah, you do need to cut that adult content out.
He just laughs. A big heart. A Theory, do you actually offer that whip?
No.
No.
No, I just kind of.
So this is my friend Theory, and we're helping out. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
He gives Theory a hug around the waist as best as he can.
Hi.
And so we're sort of planning the festival for Cameron for the summer festival. We moved it up a little bit early, but given the unpleasantness at the Bone Munchers Guild, we could actually use a little assistance with some meat for the party.
Well, he motions to the pens full of animals. He's like, "We have plenty of animal. We have plenty of meat. But the Bone Munchers aren't buying from us. I've heard about the business, and nobody seems to trust their meat, which makes me feel a little bit insulted because it's actually our meat."
Well, yeah. Could you help us out with getting people to trust
do you want us to butcher it for you? Or?
Yes, if you can.
Yeah, I think also even more importantly is maybe you could work very closely with the Bone Munchers to get everybody else to trust them again. It really wasn't their fault that their leader was actually replaced by a slavering monster from the depths of the abyss.
He sort of chuckles. You always tell a good story, Grandal. You guys have a way with words.
Yeah, I do. I wish I was kidding. Anyway, do you think that's something we might be able to pull off?
Well, what do you have in mind? I mean, if all the bad things that have happened to the Bone Munchers are, it's spilling over onto us. I mean, as you can see, as long as we can sort of enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine, and feel the warm kiss of the sun on our skin, holds up his arms, we feel fine. But business is business. We still need to do it. What do you want us to do exactly?
Well, I would want to confer with my colleague here, but I believe that both supplying the meat to the bone munchers and also actually assisting the bone munchers in the butchering would go a long way to, first of all, providing meat for the festival, and then also getting people to begin to trust the bone munchers again. Because after all, we are quite lovable, aren't we?
That we are. We're delightful scamps.
Yeah, that would be just lovely if you could do that for us and for the bone munchers, and then help roast the meat at the festival.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We're gonna have all kinds of other food there, potatoes and peaches, and the brewers are supplying food or drink.
And donuts. Don't forget the donuts.
And donuts.
Never forget the donuts. Donuts.
And then we want you all to attend as well.
Oh, of course we're gonna attend.
Awesome.
Every goblin goes. So just for time constraints, Michael, just when do you want to cut off? When do you need to quit?
Well, I mean, I didn't know quite how long we were going to go. I think last time we did sign off at 9, and it's about almost 20 past now. I don't know if we have the actual time to do the festival this evening. I don't want to cut everybody else's fun short. But my little one who just went to bed an hour ago was up super early this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys
Good
want, we
stopping
can
point.
hold off on the festival until next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
just start it immediately next time.
Yeah. Okay, then I think that'll be good. So your preparations are basically finished then.
Mhm.
If there's any other specific things you'd like to happen, you can leave a note for me on the Discord server. And then I'll make sure to write it down. I forgot to write up the summary from last time. I'll do that. And I'll write up a summary for this time too. Is there anything else you'd like to ask before we break up?
No.
Okay, then.
We'll just
So-
reconvene the next week after. So like 2 weeks from now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Gradal, Dagmar, Theory, Genera, you meet back up at where would you like to do your rendezvous?
Cradle did make donuts sound really good, so maybe the bakers again.
So you meet at the
Yeah.
bakers again.
Again, we're like the old folks here in New England who meet at the Dunkin' Donuts every day at like 6 a.m. and stay there all day. I
Okay.
swear that's all retired people do in New England is hang out at the Dunkin'.
Okay. So over. I'm still kind of trying to decide what kind of. I feel really weird saying coffee and chocolate because that comes from Latin America. So I'm thinking, like, does that exist in here in this world? Okay. Okay. So I guess coffee and donuts. And you all confer over the bakers. And the next day will be the festival then. Okay.
Woo!
On October 17th. Also, it looks like we have a game that falls on Halloween too, so that's exciting.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ew.
That's right.
Yeah. So we planned
Ooh.
that out great. So that's gonna have to topple the festival next time. Something even more
Okay.
exciting on Halloween.
Sasquatch.
We'll have to.
Yeah, Sasquatch on Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
we
shows
gotta.
himself.
Ooh, or as archaeologists, we gotta explore the spooky ruins.
Yeah.
Sarah
Oh.
says on Discord,
Fight some
costumes are
undead.
required.
Costumes required. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
we're doing a big to do with our son on Halloween, just to.
Oh yeah.
Could always
you
do
know, so
the day
I
before.
will still be in costume
Oh shoot.
when I arrive for the
Okay, but
game on Halloween.
okay, cool. So you could still do it.
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
should still be able to do it.
If not, we
Awesome.
could try to do the night before if people are down for that, or the day after, and still keep the Halloween theme.
Right.
We could, or I mean, it depends on what people want to do. We can chat about it on the Discord server, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
You all must
We got some
dress
time to
as your
plan, so.
characters. That is not happening.
Yeah, I have too much hair, so I would have to literally shave my head.
I would have to grow twice my size to be as tall as Dagmar.
Paint yourself green.
Oh no! Oh man! I just need what's that girl's name from Guardians of the Galaxy? I
Oh,
just need to
right.
order one of her costumes
Yeah.
There you go.
off Amazon. That'll work. Yeah, Gamora.
All right, folks. Well, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to cut things.
worries.
Cut things
No, it's
short.
great.
That was a really great game.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes, it
so
was.
much,